driving, but not really like on the wheel, right, Danny? You will just.
I am gonna drive.
Oh, you're gonna drive? Oh, okay. So I was not there when you were started, right? So Sam is starting. She's in the front with
Usually
you.
here is 35 because this
Sam's
is
here.
less residential. The closer the houses are to the street, the slower they want you to go. And then if it's more commercial, it's 35 or 45. Freeway is 55. 65.
So they are talking right now. They are
So freeway
going to. We are going to a parking area or the big space. No one. There's no a lot of cars there. So let's see. I'm so nervous with Sam. How you feel now, Sam? You started drive. I mean, now, right now, how you feel? Are you excited to drive?
You can tell she's overflowing with enthusiasm. Have an objective. Okay, so now before you get out though, let's run through this again. So you've got, what are these things on here?
Speedometer.
Yeah.
What do you call that? That's for the we can tell like how much gas do you have left. We got that here.
Yeah, what is gas?
Starts
What
with
do you need to like run your engine? Starts with an F.
An F.
Yes.
What is it?
fuel.
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 Fuel. So that's your fuel gauge.
Fuel gauge.
Because fuel is more generic. You could have how much fuel you have. It doesn't have to be just gasoline. It could be diesel. It could be propane.
Miles per gallon, and then that's in another. No, that's not it. Oh, that's the one in, like inside. It's in another country.
Yes, this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's like every other country
Every
except
other
the United
country
States.
except the United States.
Yeah, those are KM. See that down there? KM per hour. That's miles per hour. So KM stands for
Kilometer.
yes, kilometers.
And like the revolution.
It's the revs. Right? That's the tachometer.
Tachometer.
Right. But the main thing is that this one's telling you how fast you're going, and then this one's telling you how fast your engine is running, how fuel efficient you are, how much fuel you have, and then some other things in here, the time. This one, not all cars have this, but that's how many more miles you have before you run out of gas. So if
And
you,
like how many miles Mika has
yeah, traveled 147,000 miles. So, and then you could do some math if you're driving on a freeway out, like when we went to Kingman, remember? And there's not a lot of services out there in the middle of the desert. So if you're driving along and Mika says you've got 147 miles, sorry, this one up here, 147, right? See that? 147 miles left. And you're traveling at like 70 miles an hour. The freeway, then how many hours do you have before you run out of gas?
70 miles per hour. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's right. 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours. So then you would just get to know when you're driving that, okay, so here, like where we are right now, there's gas stations on every freeway exit.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much just decide when you want to pull over. But if you're out in the desert or out in the mountains somewhere and the sign says next service is 50 miles and you still have 147 miles, you're like, okay, fine, it'll be fine.
Well,
if you want to be safe, yeah, that's better. But if you have if it said you had 77 miles and the next services are in 50 miles, this is just an estimate. It could be off. It could be less. So if it only said you had 70 miles left and the sign says next services in 50 miles, definitely want to get off and take some gas, take some fuel. So remember, all these things are they're not all about safety, but the main reason I want you to understand them is for safety. So this one is the safety factor on the fuel gauge is what? Why is this important for your safety?
To know how much gas you have left.
So that
You won't be stuck.
you won't be stranded somewhere, hoping that stranded somewhere, your phone doesn't work for some reason, there's no cell coverage, can't call anybody, and then some weirdo guy pulls over and wants to help you. That's dangerous, right? Okay, so we don't want that, so don't run out of gas. Okay, why is the speedometer important for your safety?
To make sure you're not going too fast.
Because
You might get into an accident.
you don't get into an accident if you're going too fast for the road. Also, if you get pulled over, you know, it's not exactly safe when you get arrested. It'd be safer if you were at home, right? Okay. So you don't want to get a ticket, you don't want to get pulled over, you don't want to get in an
And
accident.
then I wanna add that, so that also there's no rush going home, Sam. If you want to go home, there's no rush going somewhere. If there's no really rush, if you want to go there in the exact time, you have to be early. So you know, that's what I'm feeling.
Your mom is saying, don't drive like me. I'm always in a hurry. But your mom's right, better safe than sorry. Especially as a new driver. Okay, and then this one right here, the tachometer, why is that important for your safety?
Tachometer?
Yeah, this one that tells you how fast your engine's running.
Yeah, it tells you how fast your engine's running.
Yeah, but why is that important for safety? What could happen? Like if it's running where it is right now, is that dangerous?
No.
Okay, if it's running up here at 3, is that dangerous?
Kind of.
Okay, it's a little bit high. But what if it's over here at 6 and 7?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Because what could happen to your engine? It could fail.
Fail.
Yeah, you got all these pistons going super fast, getting really hot, and the engine could seize. And if the engine fails, what happens? What happens to all the stuff inside of Miko when the engine doesn't work? Yeah, all the power steering, the power braking, it all turns off.
I was wondering something, like those race cars,
Mm-hmm.
they go really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how far do they?
Similarly, but they're high performance engines built to rev high and run for a long time at high rates. And you're on a track, you've got a whole pit crew ready to run out and grab you.
Okay.
Last time I checked, you don't have a pit crew following you around anywhere.
No, I wish we did.
Yeah, maybe when you're really rich, you can have your own pit crew.
I could just have my own driver.
Then you can have your own driver. You could still have danger there, but it's a different type of danger. Okay, so there you go. And
I have
then
a question. What is that?
dual traction control.
Yeah, what is that for?
That enhances if you have bad weather conditions.
Okay.
Most of the times I'm not using them.
Yeah, we don't really
We don't
live in
really.
really difficult,
Yeah.
but that's what that is.
Okay.
All right, and then
And it's up for right, down for left.
that's right. So basically that
and
way.
if it
or
doesn't
that way.
work,
Hand signals.
hand signals.
Yeah, what's-
Right. Like this, right?
Yes, like this.
Like this.
Yep.
Left. I have to point to left.
Yep.
But if I want to stop, then down.
That's right. That's right. Other than that, you got your convenience things in here. Get your windows up, and you got all this
Because
type
I
of
know
stuff.
how to define every single one of those. But it's all in my head now. I know what they mean.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, it helps me know that you know what they mean. I'm going to show you the maneuver before you.
Did I do it right?
Yeah. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it first so you can see it. It's simple. Just do it a little longer than we did last time. So this time, I'm just going to have you drive straight. Now, treat this like a road where that's the traffic coming that way.
Okay.
So this is like the yellow line, that little black line. So imagine that's the yellow line. So you don't want to drift over there and get into a head-on collision. That's bad.
Well, they have sodas right there. Tiny ones.
That's right. Then I want you to turn down here. And you've only really driven straight last time.
Yeah.
But again, I want you to stay in your lane. This black line is the yellow line, okay? And this
I'm
one's-
scared of my head.
well, that's what you're gonna practice. Not hitting the curb.
You don't have to be in the center, Sam, so you have to have the idea of how you do say that to me, honey. Reference?
Yeah, reference points.
Reference
So
point.
this is like spatial orientation. You have to be able to like use your mind and imagine where things are because you can't see it all.
Yeah.
So like when I do this, I'm gonna pull in. You're gonna do the same thing. I want you to pull into the third stall. I'm gonna say pull in here, and I want you to pull in the third stall. Okay? So you won't get it right the first time, but you want to like line yourself up so that you land in the third stall. All right? Somewhere in between the two white lines. I won't check it. And then once you've done that, you practice reverse last time we were together. So I want you to go, we'll check the lines, we'll get back in, and I want you to go in reverse and come out of this, right? Staying mostly on this side, at least you keep yourself here, okay? Then you're gonna go back into drive, and all you're gonna do is go back where we were before. You're just gonna drive this thing straight along here. I might ask you to pull in. Try it a couple of times before we go all the way back. So it might be like, okay, pull in here. And it's the same thing. Get into the third one. So you're gonna have to like pay attention to things around you. Stop, check the lines, come out. When you come out, you want to remember you gotta practice as if there's vehicles in here. So you're gonna want to be careful to come out and not do the wide turn until you're clear of the vehicles next to you. And I'll stand out there for a while you do that. Go back, stay on this side, on the right side of this black line because there's traffic that way. And we'll do one more of these. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, back to here basically. I'll be the one to get out of the car and check the lines for you, let you know where you are. You can stay in the car. And then come out. Just do this because this actually teaches you a lot. Staying on here, being aware of how close you are to the curbs versus the center, because you want to stay in the center of your lane. And then being able to line up these stalls is harder than it looks. But everybody has different levels of being able to create reference points in their head. And you turn here, okay, so we're going to turn left. Again, you're going to line up to come into this lane, not that lane. And then the last thing to do, this rock right here, come in and park next to the curb, not too close, but, and then stop with Mika behind the rock.
Okay.
All right?
It's kind of too much for the first time.
I'm gonna guide you
The
along.
last time we did this was actually the first time I was in the wheel.
Yeah.
That was
It's okay.
That was it.
Are you okay with doing that? If I'm
If I
reminding,
can try.
it's not like you don't have to memorize all that. I'm gonna remind you. I'm just giving you a heads up.
It's just with all the parking thing. It's just. I thought we were just gonna do the same things because we only did that one time.
Time to build on your skills.
Okay, Sam is in there. Good luck, Sam.
What are you doing there?
You can do. Oh, I will do the video outside.
But I want you in the car when she drives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are you going there?
I'm gonna be in.
Okay.
I mean, I want you in the back seat with her when she drives.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it first here outside. Sam is in the driving and Jim is in the other side. So let's see. Hopefully Sam's gonna do. Good luck, Sam. So Sam's gonna drive straight. Oh my God.
side mirrors.
How do you even do this?
So you see the little 4-way dial there, the
This
circular
one.
thing? Yeah. Now it's only going to do one mirror at a time.
So
You see the button right below it to the right?
this one?
The
This one?
big, yeah, that one. So when it's on that side, when you toggle it to the left, it's the left mirror. See?
Oh, I get it.
Toggle it to the right, it's the right mirror. Now I'm going to stand back there where a car
Right
would
there.
be, okay?
Because that's important, especially when you're driving already. That's why when I have to fix it first, everything. So when Jamie's that. And then the other side.
That's it.
In the right side, did you see Jim? Okay, good. And then this is going the other side. Look at Jim. Okay. Inside now.
That's just basics. When you start actually driving, you'll have to get a better idea by actually seeing a car, right? You can adjust it a little bit. You'll get used to it, but you want to see when you're looking, when you have the picture inside the mirror, you want the doors, the back, the passenger door back there, to be just right here. So you want a little bit of a reference point of Mika. The rest of this is the road.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, good. Now what you're gonna do here is just gonna go, you can practice it. Remember, Mika will go by herself, so you don't have to give it a lot of gas. Plus you're about to turn right. When you turn right, the pivot point is on the back wheels. So here's the back wheels, front wheels. So you turn here, but if the curb is here, like if this is the curb, right? And you start turning here, you're gonna scrape. So you wanna go past it to where you have the pivot point, and then pivot
okay.
on the curb,
Got it.
okay? And you gotta get a feel for it, so give it a try. I'll let you know if you're cutting it too close. And then slow down a little bit. It's gonna be faster than you think. Start turning, turn. Okay, not too bad. You're a little over. Get into this lane. You can see though, it comes faster than you realize. Okay, so now you just want to go straight. You're gonna go past that mailbox. Yes. Okay, slow down a little bit. This is like a 15-mile-an-hour zone, let's say.
I'm still not
Okay, slow down because we're gonna go into that third stall right there.
third story.
Yeah, so you want to give it some braking, slow her down,
Oh.
slow. You passed it already, didn't you?
Yep, I did.
Okay, just pull in this one. Alright, just do your best. Turn sharper. Stop! Brake! Oh, good job. Wow. I was sure you were going to run over that thing. Whew. Okay, put it in reverse. Okay, now, stop. Keep your foot on the brake. Make me go a little slower. Use your brake. Now turn sharp this way. Sharp. Because we want to turn Mika like this.
Like this.
Yeah, keep going more. Let off the brake a little bit. Okay, good. You're all the way over. Keep an eye over here. You see what's coming up? Now brake. Not too hard. Just a little bit. Okay, I won't say it 3 times next time. Okay, let off the brake a little bit. We're just trying to go nice and slow. When I pull out, my foot's on the brake the whole time. Just giving it a little bit. Okay, slow down. Okay, stop. All right, put it in drive. Okay, first of all, before you put it in drive, you okay?
Yeah.
You over that?
Yes.
So when you're coming in there, what you want to do is when you're getting ready to park, you want your foot to be off of the gas and on the brake, just gently slowing Mika down. That way, as you pull in,
I thought I was supposed to do that. That's why I did.
yeah. So if you use the gas, then it's obviously you're gonna run into the vehicle parked on the other side, or run over that curb, which would have been bad. Okay. So, anyways, let's try it again. I want you to, now remember, Mika's turned over, the wheels are turned like this right now. So as you let your foot off the brake slowly, turn the wheel quickly. You feel that? Okay, good. Now keep letting your foot off the brake. Get lined up in this lane. So you're kind of over the black line right now. Okay, so get back over here. Okay, and then straighten it out. Okay, but don't hit this curb. There you go. Now keep going straight. Yeah. This is kind of like the video game, right? Where you overcompensate. Okay, now we don't have to give Mika a lot of gas. It's not about gas today, it's about controlling. Okay, now slow Mika down a little bit. Okay, because see, slower, a little slower. So we're gonna go to that third stall there.
Where? This one?
Yeah, that
Third
one.
stall?
Third one. Yeah.
Here? From here or there?
Like right there. The next bay. So you see that we're already in this bay right here.
Yeah.
So not this one. The third
That
one
one.
there. So just go slowly. Yeah.
No, but I mean like the third one from here, third one from here, from here,
From there.
from here.
1, 2,
Okay.
3. Yeah. So just go nice and slowly. Okay. Keep the foot on the brake. You want Mika to go slow. Okay.
Let it
And
go.
do your best shot, but whatever you do, don't hit the curb.
Okay, I'm trying.
Yeah. Remember okay, so just keep doing it. I'm gonna be quiet. The most important thing is the brake. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure we don't hit the curb. Okay.
Oh, that scared me.
I know, but I just wanted to do that just to make sure it worked. Okay, now put in park. Okay, let's step outside and see how you align.
No, I didn't. I
So
just
just
know.
open your door.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, look at you're like right on top of the line. So what you did,
I think I did. I turned too early.
yeah, what you did is you took the line, you took the front wheels onto the line.
Yeah.
So just like with the curb, the back wheels are the pivot point. So you actually have to go to here
Mm-hmm.
and then pivot into it.
Okay.
All right, so you got to try it again. It just takes practice. Now wait a minute. You're gonna go in reverse. This comes off last. So first thing is get in reverse. Okay, good. Now you can take the handbrake off. All right, now you turned in sharply, so keep in mind your wheels are like this right now. So when you start to take your foot off the brake, the first thing you do is get the wheels back
This
to
way?
the other way. Yeah.
This, we're going
Because
that
you're
way.
gonna you're gonna turn the wheels that way because you want to back out like that.
Oh, okay.
See which way you're going? Okay, keep your foot on the brake. Slower. Okay. See, that's too fast coming out of here.
It's too fast.
Yeah, so try this. Try going back in there. Go forward. I'm going to prevent you from hitting that. Okay, drive us this way. There you go.
Ah,
Okay. Slowly, keeping your foot on the brake. Okay, turn it a little bit. Okay, now stop. Okay, now what I've done is I've given you more room. I want you to turn this wheel a lot
a lot.
in this direction. That will make your wheels like this. That will force Mika to turn sharply facing that way again. Okay? Go for it. Oh, are you in the right? All right, there you go. Keep your foot on the brake so that Mika goes slow. That's a good speed right here. Turn your wheel sharply. There you go. A little bit of room for Mika to go. A little bit off the brake. There you go. This is a good, nice, slow speed. Sharp. Are you all the way over? Okay, slow down. Slow. Stop. You don't want to hit the cars that are parked behind you. Okay, now we're going to go that way. There you go. Okay, there you go. Now just try to get lined up into this lane. Okay. And we're going to try the parking one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go past the mailbox, and then you're going to park in the middle. Pick any one you want. Well, just do the third one like we've done before. Third. 1, 2, 3.
Right there.
Yep. Past the boulder, past this guy, this bay right here. Remember, your pivot point is the back wheels. And this is a good speed for being in a parking lot, by the way. So you're doing well. Okay. Go for it. Yep.
Hi.
Okay, do the fourth one. It's open also. Okay, and then brake. Okay. Now straighten out a little bit. Straighten your, I think you gotta go the other way.
The other way?
Yeah, because your wheels are like this, so you're bringing them like this. Okay, a little bit closer. Try to get a little closer to the curb. You
How
have,
do I know that?
see, look over there. See it over there? And then look over here.
No, I
You
don't
it?
see.
No, do you see the curb? Not the white line.
curb?
Yeah. What I want you to do right now, Sam, is you're about this far away from the curb. I just want you to pull a little closer to it.
Okay.
You're already in the parking stall. We're going to check that in a minute, but I just want you to get a little closer. So what you're going to do to get a little closer, all you're going to do is take your foot off the brake a little bit. Just let Mika move forward a little bit, and then you're watching these curbs, and you have to imagine in your mind them coming together here.
Okay, got it.
Okay? I'm gonna make sure you don't do anything.
So
really
where
bad.
is the wheels facing right now?
Probably a little bit that way.
This side.
Yes, that's right.
I want to hit the curves.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, stop. I think you're good. You're really close. Let's check it out. This one would be worth stepping out for you. I'm glad you got to park. Okay, you can leave it on, so we're just going to step out. Come on.
Oh my God! Look at the sound.
A lot of space here.
Come on, take a look.
This is nice. Yep, the line is still
Okay,
here.
now,
You're
you
still in the
totally
inside
failed
of the.
first two, and you almost ruined Mika on the first one.
Yeah, that was so shocked.
Look at this. You are like, I mean, there's no perfect, right?
There is no
You're off center, yes, but you're inside the
inside
stall.
of the stall.
Okay.
Inside of this.
Now you next time you perfect it with time, and then look. I didn't know how close you thought you were. You probably thought you were already there, but you're only a foot away. So you're really close. It's better to be a little bit behind than drive over it, right?
Yes.
So pretty good.
Yeah, you're gonna hit your car also here. Much better like that. I would like that. That's why I've noticed Sam that I don't want to go far because I want to hit the lower of your car.
You know, a smaller car is going to be a little bit easier to gauge because this car is longer. It has a more, pivoting is a little bit harder on this one. But look at the back of your car. There's two important things, all three really. You want to be somewhat centered. You want to be inside the white lines, right? But you don't want to leave your car way out here where someone runs into it or where you force people to like stand in front of cars, right? So this car is pulled enough forward. And you didn't go over the curb, causing damage. Alright? So good job.
Good job.
Slowly, not too quickly. Not yet though. I'm going to give you a couple things. I want you to pull out of the wind slowly. I want you to imagine that the parking stalls behind you, over back there, they're all filled with cars. Alright? So you can't drive into that. You have to stay within this 2-lane space, okay? So that's what I want you to do. And I want you to try to do it without, come back a little bit and then turn. Okay, because you have to imagine there's a car parked next to you.
If I reverse this, I go this way.
Which way are you trying to turn the car?
That way. I was the way around.
Right, because you're going backwards.
So that way it'll face there.
Yep. And then when you put
quickly,
right.
drive quickly, go here so I don't hit the
That's
cars.
exactly right. And everything quickly with the wheel, slowly with the brake. Okay.
So when I go reverse, I turn it to reverse first.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. Nice and slow. This is a little slower. A little slower. Yeah, a little slower. Turn. Because there's cars behind. There's cars. Remember, there's cars in those parking lot there. So turn it sharp. Okay. Let your foot off the gas a little bit. Off the brake a little bit. Sorry. Okay. You see Mika's turning pretty sharply.
Yeah.
You see your rear view.
I think we might, hit the car.
Yeah, you're really close to hitting him. So don't hit him.
Yeah.
Perfect time to put it in drive. Nope. Perfect time to put it in drive.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to.
Straighten out the wheel?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. Okay. Now, just straight. Remember how I like to. Yeah, just do that. Okay, now start going. There you go.
You can really feel
Now let it
the
go.
wheel.
Let the wheel go. Okay, now the other direction so you can get in this lane. Okay. You know how sometimes I just let the wheel go and start to straighten out? Yeah, and then finish the straightening out. Okay, you're good. This is a good spot. Go ahead and drive straight. We're going to go all the way to this building and we're going to turn left and go stop in front of that rock.
In front of that rock?
Yeah, remember that rock?
Oh.
You'll see it.
No, but it's in this side, so you want
It's
me
on
to be
this
in
side.
the...
It's on this side.
You're always in the right, Sam.
It's always parking on the right. Always parking on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
When you're driving, you're always in the right.
Yes. I don't know about Seoul, Korea. I think they're on the right also.
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
I think they're...
Okay, stop sign. So why don't we come to a stop right here in front of this rock? Good job. Okay, now before you take your foot off the gas, off the brake, imagine we're in a in a residential area with a stop sign, all right? And imagine you have a choice of going straight, left, or right. What do you do right now to tell the people behind you and on that side where you're going? Okay, go ahead. Okay, yeah, that's right. Plus it helps me know that you know what you're doing. Okay, so you're making a left turn. You want to go from this right lane to that right lane. Okay, remember your pivot point. You don't want to, and imagine there's a car there waiting for you to finish your maneuver. So you don't want to hit him. He's at the line too. So you want to get in the left lane over there without running into the car right there. All right? Do your best. That's why we have insurance.
I'll not put any gas.
That's a good idea. Okay. Okay, good job. Alright, that's the rock up there we're going to go to.
Okay.
And you just want to, I want you to park without rubbing Mika's wheels on the, yeah.
Now you can see also the
I want you to park right in front of that rock. Turn. Yeah, you're good, but just turn. Okay, you're good.
you will
How do you
see.
feel about that rock? You feel like you're got your Mika close to it? I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
just,
feel
I
good?
think the back is just, it's
A
like
little
right
bit.
here, but in the back
Yeah,
like
you're a
this.
little bit turned, but that's okay. It's part of learning. But how about the rock? You feel like you're in a good spot with the rock? Okay, let's just stop here then and check it. So you don't even have to park all the way to park. No, you did. You were right with the brake first. You're good. Okay. Now, using your mirror, how do you think you did?
Kind of good that I didn't scrape
That's the
the
first
car,
thing you're trying
but
to do.
yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. Actually, you know, you're not that bad, Sam. You have this much room to work. I think it's, I don't remember how, do you remember how many inches away from the curb they want you to be?
1 foot.
Okay, so 1 foot, about like this, right? And if
What
you,
is a foot?
yeah. Other than you could be straighter, you have a good distance. You could be a little bit closer, but you're within the range, and your car could be way too much.
Oh my god.
But I want you to. Now that you've seen it in your mind, I want you to see it physically.
Yeah, I see it.
But I want you to see the front too. Yeah,
The front is not bad.
I know.
The front is not bad. It's just that the big space here from the parking that she chose. There's a lot of parking area here. So this is where also I started
How far into this
driving.
lane did
And
you
look at this.
work?
It's in the other side.
All the way, right?
And there's a
Yeah.
big space here.
So, and I'm gonna do a couple of. That's why I wanted to step out. I'm gonna do a couple of parking for you. So you can observe it, okay? Now, what you did is that what's odd about doing the right one is you gotta really like overshoot it. You want to be in there. The front of your car is like over here, and then you gotta turn in, which is meaningless. This is the challenge on the right. Is that if you're trying to get in between two cars, you actually have to wait until there's no traffic over here. Okay? No traffic here. If there's cars coming here, then you have to wait here. Once there's no cars here, then you actually have to get into this lane. Because it's too hard to park between two cars. Turning right, because it's just too long. Or if you had a smart car, you could do it. So once you get to about here, then you can pivot on your rear tires against that point right there. But remember, it takes a little while for the turn to complete. It's not like the rear wheel stops and the car goes like that. Okay? It goes like this. So you want to start pivoting when the back wheel is getting close to your pivot point. But you will need to come over to this lane in order to do it.
No, no, I didn't know that.
That's why now what you can do is you can get, if there's no cars in that lane, if there's no car parked there, then you don't have to, because then you can come here and you can pivot a little bit early, right? Because there's no cars here and there's no cars there, and you can actually go ahead and go into this lane and then turn yourself back. As long as your back wheels end up here, the front will come. All right?
Okay, now I get why the left one was easier because we were in this.
You're already on the side. The turn isn't so sharp, so I'm going to show you some of it. Yourself a little bit. So now I'm just going to, we're not going to worry about what I do to get out of this one, but I'll try to describe it while I'm doing it, okay? Now I do that little thing, I don't know if I just saw me, I just let the steering wheel go. And you kind of hear that sliding sound. I'm not actually doing anything but letting Mika correct. I really can't. I wanted to leave your stuff, but I really can't. Okay.
You can just show me the way to
Alright. Now, you tell me which one you want me to park in.
There you go. The fourth one.
The fourth one has some space. Okay, so now there's 1, 2, 3 cars, and then 1, 2, 3 cars, right? And only the fourth one is good.
The middle.
Okay, and then there's this guy backing out right now, so I'm gonna let him go. And there's people with grocery bags. They're walking really slowly, and I've got that spot. There's people behind me, so I'm gonna let them know that I plan to park there. Okay, it's clear. So the first thing I'm gonna do is come into here, and I'm going to take this one in as sharp as I can. It's not gonna work. It's really tight. Okay, so now what I did is I pulled back, turned my wheels the other way. Now I have even a better angle of entry, right? I'm still keeping that pivot point in mind. It's actually pretty hard. Let's see how we did. A little bit tight on this, a little loose on this side. Okay. Okay, now getting out, I'm just gonna let Mika do the work by just taking the foot off the brake. I'm already straight. I mean, I know this because I remember how I parked. I'm gonna come out of this. There's cars on both sides, so I'm gonna have to slowly come. I have to get clear of the cars, because when I start to turn, I'm gonna go that way. So I'm gonna turn my steering wheel the opposite direction, right? Like this. Okay? That's gonna make Mika go like this. But if I do it right now, I'm gonna hit the side of this car. I'm gonna wait. Okay, now about here, I can clear it, okay? So I'm gonna start turning sharp. I'm all the way over. And I'm keeping my eye, and see, I'm also looking in the rearview mirror to see if I'm getting close to the cars parked back there. I've got room right about there. Now I'm clear of those cars. I'm not hitting these cars. Put it in drive. There's nobody coming at me, so I'm gonna borrow this lane for a second as I come back in here. Okay. Alright, now, on the left turn, this one's a little bit easier. I'm gonna line up to the third one there. Pivoting, now you see the rear is following. But I'm letting Mika straighten out. So actually, I didn't really talk to you about that. Okay. Do this again. So the other thing that I do is I let Mika kind of straighten things out a little bit. So when I'm going to park, this one here with the shade. Okay, so I'm letting the pivot. And then when I get to about here, I'm gonna let Mika straighten out. When she's straight. Not quite. Okay, that's about it for the curve right there. So when you do it, you're just like, it's that pivot point in the back, and keeping your mind on the front end will swing. So the front end is gonna swing, the rear wheels is where you pivot, and you have momentum, so you don't pivot on a dime. But it really, now once you understand those concepts, and you get your mind wrapped around, the steering wheel has to go this way to go that way. Then it's just a matter of practice, practice, practice. Now here's, when you get a little bit more comfortable, I'll actually have you park close to the curb. See, like, we'll do this.
Okay, no, that's not today.
No, that's not today, but see, you want to get close to the curb. Close enough, you can check your side, see how I did. Okay. And then, because this one's a good one to practice, if Mika's wheels touch the curb, then that means I touched the car. So if I can get out of this one without, and it's okay to look over, right? As long as I don't hit the cars behind me. And then I'm gonna go When you go from reverse to drive, by the way, you don't need the button. Just pull it like that. And then I'm going to take my foot is on the brake the whole time, not putting any gas until I'm ready to go straight. Once I'm straightening out, then I'll give it some gas. Okay, so aside from parking, Sam, is there one more thing you'd like to do? We don't have to do any more parking. Do you want to just drive straight? Do you want to do a big U-turn again?
I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I already got like the first day we did it, we were just going back and forth. I didn't really do any turns.
Yeah.
But then when I did, I kind of felt comfortable with it.
Okay.
Now I know. I thought it was when I turned right here, to go here. I waited till we were the curb was at the very back.
Right.
When we turned. So well, now I know.
Now you know. This would be a tricky one here, huh?
So I have an idea.
How do I look? Okay. Yeah, so you can practice some more of that, Sam, when you feel like it. There's no, if you don't feel like getting behind the wheel right now, you don't have to. There's no pressure. You feel good about what you're learning, though? I mean, the important thing is you didn't actually run into anything, damage anything, and you came really close to your marks. And you can ask your mom how long it took her and her other classmates to be able to park. And these parking stalls are harder because they're not angled. Remember the one in Fred Meyer's? They're actually angled a little bit to kind of help you not have to make the sharp turn.
Did you remember your mom would do the parking? I love when it's not straight,
She would just find one that's
slanting.
Yes, and she would find one that didn't have a car.
Until
parked.
now.
Yeah.
You see, and I really like when I go to the parking. Have you noticed with me? I'm doing parking the car when there is no a lot of parking, and I feel okay of driving. You know, I don't mind of walking going to the store. I'm gonna find a space for me to feel comfortable and feel safe when I get out to the car in the parking area. You don't have to squeeze your car. Jim is usual, you've been here for how many years, honey? Driving for a decade. And you're
3 decades.
3
I
decades.
think 3 decades?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, 4 decades, 40 years I've been driving.
Okay.
This is like normal for you now. Like it's just part of you. Like
Yeah, that's right. You got it, Sam.
it's like you don't even like remember you don't remember the rules because like you're used to it now. It's just like part of your routine when you're driving.
That's it.
It's just in
All right. I think what I want to do, I'm just like thinking about next time, because I want you to get comfortable with a little bit higher rate of speed. I mean, you can't go 40 miles an hour here. There's not enough room. And then I want you to get comfortable making turns while you're going at a rate of speed. So like next time we might come out here, because these are all like little roads around these buildings, right? And drive straight, and we'll say there are no stops. Sometimes there'll be stop signs, sometimes there aren't. So in this case, there are no stop signs, but you're gonna make a left turn. So you're like, okay, into here, not on the real road yet, right? You make the left turn in here, and make kind of a wide pivot to come right into this lane. And then I want you to get comfortable using the gas, right? But by managing your speed to being close to 120 miles an hour, 15 to 20, because that's what the speed limit is in here, is 15 to 20. Actually, it might only be 15. It's 15 in here. And then this one, I'll say, this one's a stop sign, so you're gonna come all the way to the stop. I should have used my blinker too. You should use a blinker on each one of those. And then turn the wheel in a way that smoothly arcs into this. Practice letting Mika go and come back to straight. Now Mika won't come all the way back to straight by herself. You'll have to push the last bit of it. Okay, so then there's no stop sign here. Okay, great, let's turn, we're turning. Make sure there's no, you want to get used to like, okay, there doesn't appear to be any, but that's kind of hard to see past that little concrete thing right there. So you got to go slow until you can see past it. So we're going to do that. We'll just go around a few times. We'll stop. We'll pretend that there's It's like, okay, hold on, the car in front of you is stopping. Okay, stop, car stopping. Okay, you know, like traffic, right? Just getting used to responding. I want you to get used to saying, okay, slow down means do this. Speed up means do this. Turn right, okay. So you're gonna be a little more active in moving the car around a little bit bigger speed, okay? Does that sound good for next time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.